Let's start in child's pose. With the knees hip width distance apart, or maybe as wide as the mat, if you want. The toes are touching, and have the sit bones reach back towards the heels, not necessarily touching. The arms are in front. Tuck your chin, hover the head or the forehead can rest down on your mat. You can start with bending the elbows at first, just to start opening the lower back, and then we get into the shoulders. Child's pose is a great posture to kind of come inward, focus on your breath, let go of whatever is on your mind, and start settling down for your practice. Start deepening your breath even more, breathing through your nose. And this time when you inhale, flare the back ribs. And try to make the exhale twice as long as your inhale. Start walking the hands to the front, further front. Maybe lift the forearms up and dip down with your chest deeper. Again, you can tuck your chin. Maybe you can lift the gaze if your neck is okay. Don't force it, any pinching or pain. Don't do it. Start with a little sway in your hips side to side. Keep the breath through your nose, your nice, long, gentle breaths. Very good. Have a little lift here, and bring the knees a little bit closer if they're too wide, and then the sit bones reach back again, and walk the hands outside of your mat. Hands next to each other, or the right hand outside on top of your left. If you're on the left side, and open the whole right side body. Keep your nice, long, gentle breaths. Calm your mind. Have a little lift here to start walking your way back to the center, and then the other side. If you're on the left, go all the way to the right with the left hand above your right, opening the left side body. Pull the left sit bone all the way back. You can rest the forehead down or the side of the head on your arm. Slowly have a little lift here and come back to the center. Very good. I'll meet you at table with the shoulders over the wrist, your hips are over the knees. We'll start with some wrist stretches. Walk the fingers out, pointing out, and just sway side to side. You're spreading your fingers, pressing with the fingertips and doming the middle of the fingers. The heels of the hands are down, heavy on the mat. And the knuckles are there too. Notice you're not sinking into the shoulders. You want to keep a little lift here. Keep the space between your shoulders and the ears. And then rotate the fingers towards your knees, pointing towards your knees. If this is way too deep, lean forward. If you want to get deeper, lean back. You decide where you are on this. Option to add a little sway or not. Just breathe through it. Breathe through your nose. Notice if you're shrugging the shoulders, shoulders are back. Start pointing the fingers out and forward again. And just flip the palms of the hands to face the sky and press up. Start swaying front and back. Maybe you draw a fist in your hands. There can be a bend in your elbows here if you need it. Just open your hands and close a few times. through your nose. Calm your mind. And then come back to the center, spread the fingers. Very good. From here, walk the hands all the way to the front. The sit bones are high, going to puppy pose. Keep walking the hands to the front, getting into the shoulders. The hands are shoulder width. And dip down with your chest, look down. If there's any pinching or pain in the shoulders, option to widen, not option, we all are widening the shoulder blades, or the option is to walk the hands closer towards you. If your neck is 100% okay, you can look towards the hands. And if you want to get deeper, maybe you slide the hands further front, dig deeper with your chest, maybe. You're in a space where you can deepen the breath, and notice if you went too far, walk the hands closer towards you. If you're lifting the gaze, maybe tuck your chin, the forehead can rest down to release your neck. Keep dipping down through your chest to get that shoulder opening. To come out, round your back, tuck your hips, tuck your chin, and very slowly walk the hands all the way back. Very good. Tuck your toes, sit back on your heels, hands are on your thighs, start rolling the shoulders back. Whew, add a little sway in your head side to side. You're in seated Vajrasana, hero pose. Tucking your toes, sitting back on your heels. So if this is too hard on your thighs, you can come up to kneeling. If you have a block, you can have it between your legs, just to get the blood flowing in your shins. But either way, you're rolling the shoulders, releasing any tension you might have built in the neck, add a little sway in your head side to side. Maybe you use your elbows. Use your breath, inhale to open and exhale. And inhale, open. With your exhale, the hands are behind you. Interlace the fingers, pull the shoulders down. Look down and lift the hands a little bit higher. Maybe the heels of the hands are touching. Stay right here, or if you want to lengthen the front body, maybe you lift your gaze if your neck is feeling okay. Maybe you lean back. If this is too deep, you can come up to kneeling. Come back to the center, start leaning forward. The torso almost parallel to the floor, or you can rest the forehead down. Pull the hands a little bit higher, the shoulders even further back. Maybe you have a little baby sway side to side to calm the mind. Tuck your chin and take an inhale to carry you all the way up. And exhale, let it go. Very good. Start rotating your wrists. Just draw a fist in your hands and rotate your wrists. Tuck your chin back. And go in both directions. We're almost off your toes. You got this. And when you're ready, lean forward. Tap the top of the feet gently. You're not punishing your feet. Keep your breath going through your whole practice. Keep your mind anchored with your breath. Feeling that 4 count inhale, 4 count exhale. Very good. Spread the fingers here. Press through the fingertips just like we did before. And from here, protract the shoulders. Really have the chest as far away from the mat as possible. Doming the back of the shoulders. You're gazing between your hands or gaze to the front. Drop your ribs in. Have a little tuck in your hips. And then simply come down with the chest lower just a little bit to retract the shoulders. And we'll do this a few times. Protract, pressing up, and retract down. Protract, and retract. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Protract, and retract. Protract, and retract. And now protract the shoulders and pause here. If this is firing up your shoulders a lot, you can come back to neutral, or you can keep pressing up and tuck your toes, hover your knees maybe an inch or two off of your mat. Notice here we want to engage your core, so have a little tuck in your hips. Hollow front body, the ribs are together. Gaze between your hands or to the front, maybe you sway front and back. Really firing up the shoulders, you got this. Keep your breath going. Maybe you start running your feet, lifting one foot up and the other, so don't force getting deeper into these variations. You want to focus on your core engagements here. Maybe you lift both feet up. I'm just kidding. Keep your breath going. Pause here, the feet are down, protract the shoulders, shift front and back. You got this. I know you feel it in the wrists as well. The neck has nothing to do with this. Your neck is soft. Take a full breath in. With your exhale, release the knees down, top of the feet are down, and sweep your arms behind you. The forehead is down. Allow your shoulders to round, to drop, to just relax. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. Maybe you add a little sway to your head side to side, massaging your forehead, or just releasing tension in the back of your neck. You can draw a fist in your hands and bring the fist closer towards you. And when you're ready, the hands are in front, framing your head, and press up. So we're doing that same thing, but a little bit deeper, and you choose what you're doing today. Either do it from table or from plank pose. Either way, shoulders are over the wrists, the knees can be down, or extend the legs, spread the fingers, press with the fingertips. Doming the front of the shoulders, protract the shoulders, and retract. Very small movement, don't dip too deep, but engage your core, engage your thighs, protract, and retract. Maybe an inch or half. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two more, you got this. Inhale and exhale. It's like a baby push-up just from the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Very good. Now come to neutral, or keep protracting the shoulders. Tuck your hips forward, lifting the front of the thighs up. You're still in plank or in table. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, release the knees down, sit bones to the heels, sweep the arms behind you. This time, catch your heels, lift your hips up, the crown of the head is forward, tuck your chin. Rest your head or your forehead to the mat, into rabbit pose. The more you lift your hips, the deeper you get into the lower back and the shoulders, your trapezius muscles. Notice if you're shrugging the shoulders, just have a release there. Take 3 deep breaths. Feel like it's a tug-of-war between your hands and your heels. Your heels are pulling in one direction and the hands in the opposite direction. Release the hands. Maybe you can bring the hands in front of you, the sit bones towards the heels, maybe touching or not. Interlace the fingers or the palms of the hands together. Slide the elbows closer to the front. Tuck your chin, the forehead is down, and have the hands behind you, opening the triceps. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a long exhale out. The hands come to the front and rise up. I'll meet you in table. And from table, lean forward and come all the way down to your belly. Very good. Let's have a nice stretch for the shoulder this time. Have the left arm next to you with the palm facing down. You have the left side of the head or the temple down on your mat. The right hand is in front of your chest. And start opening the right hip with the right foot hovering behind you. So pause here and notice if this is too tight on the shoulder, slide the hand closer to the back of your mat. If you want to get deeper, slide the left hand higher up with the arm straight. So your left arm is like a T with your body. And again, notice if the left shoulder is too close to your ear, release it lower down. Option to keep the foot hovering or rest it back behind you. See how that feels. Tuck your chin and look down towards the back of your mat to release your neck. Very good. Slowly start bending the right knee and sweep the right hand. Maybe you can catch your foot today. Press your foot into the hand and think of wrapping the shoulder blades around your spine, pulling the shoulders away from your ears and wrapping them back. Think of it as a back bend a little bit too. As you pull the thigh back, press the foot into the hand and the chin behind you. Anytime you change your mind and you want the arm a little bit lower, if this is too deep on the shoulder, find that. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, very slowly come back to the center. Release the hand and come back to the center. You have the right forearm in front of you. Slide the left hand under the right armpit as far out as you can. This time the palm of the hand is facing up. Align your hips and have the right arm in front of you and just dip down through your chest, hover your head. Feet are hip-width distance apart. Look down. Very good. Slide the hand, the right hand closer towards you. And then lift up with the elbow, using the right elbow, and sweep the left arm out. Very good. The right forearm is parallel to the front of your mat and press up. Bring the elbow, the right elbow closer towards you, press up higher. The feet are hip-width distance apart. You're pressing with the sacrum down. Option to bend the left knee and catch your foot. From the inside maybe, or the outside, depending how tight your quad is today. So this is your pose. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you pull the foot closer towards you. If you want to get really deep, you can have the fingers pointing to the front. If your quad is nice and open today. Without shrugging the shoulders or sinking into the shoulders, you keep the lift here. Stay light on the right forearm. Keep the gaze down to the front of your mat. Maybe the left calf is on the outside of your thigh as you press the foot closer towards you. Breathe through your nose. I know this is a deep quad stretch, but it's really great, and it's, of course, a back bend as you press the sacrum down. Very slowly let go of the foot. Have the forearms in front of you. The forehead is resting on your forearms, and just sway your hips side to side. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. Let's go to the other side. Right arm next to you, the palm is facing down. Left hand in front of your chest, the right side of the head is down. Open the left hip. Left foot is behind you. Keep the leg straight at first. Maybe hovering the foot or resting it down, and then decide what you're doing with the right arm. Do you want to go higher or lower? Keep the space between the shoulder and the ear and look down towards the back of your mat. Notice if your body is shaking, take it a step back, dial back a little bit. You are in a space where you can deepen the breath, feel the stretch, but we're not trying to build resistance in the body today. We're trying to kind of soften and release and let go. That's what we're aiming for. Option to bend your knee, sweep your left hand, catch your foot. Pressing the foot into the hand, reaching back, getting a back bend here as you wrap the shoulder blades around your spine. Like there's a stitch between your shoulder blades, bringing them closer, but keep looking down to release your neck. Very slowly let go of the foot. Come back to the center. Use your left hand to help you out. Bring the left elbow down and slide the right arm under the left armpit. The palm is facing up this time. Keep the hips leveled and slide the left hand to the front. Try to gaze down. Feet are hip width distance apart. Notice if you're squeezing your glute muscles, try to let go and soften. This is just a simple shoulder stretch. Without hiking the shoulders up, without creating tension in the back of your neck. Slide the left hand closer towards you. Your weight is on the left hand and press up here. And this time have the left elbow down and the left forearm is parallel to the front of the mat. Bring the elbow closer towards you under the shoulder and press up. Feet are hip width distance apart still. Press the sacrum down as much as you can and bend the right knee. Catch your foot. Maybe you pull the foot closer towards you or not. Maybe you have the calf on the outside of the thigh. Pressing the foot towards you. Maybe the fingers can point to the front, but don't force it. Try to stay light on the left forearm. So that's your indication that you're going too deep. If you're sinking down, shrugging, and really trying to get deeper or lower with your foot, don't do that. Just feel the stretch and take it maybe a notch deeper, but not too much. Keep breathing through your nose. Look down. Every inhale, you feel the breath fill your lungs, and every exhale, you soften. Very good. When you're ready, slowly let go. Again, the hands on top of each other. Rest your head down and sway your hips side to side. A deep breath in, fill your lungs. With your exhale, feel a release in your muscles, even your facial muscles in your mind. Hands are under the shoulders and press up. I'll meet you up in table. Sway your hips side to side. Let go of that tension we built in the lower back and start drawing circles with your hips. Leaning all the way out and then forward. Maybe you hear popping in your hips, and that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Popping, not clicking. Maybe you add some rounding in your back and make this your own movement, whatever your body's calling for. Connect with your breath. Close your eyes and just let it all go. Inhaling to one side and exhaling to the other. And then find your way to the other direction. Come back to the center and I'll meet you back on your belly. Elbows are under the shoulders, spread the fingers and press up. So if the elbows are in front, slide them further back, right there under the shoulders and press up as much as you can. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Press the sacrum down, lift the gaze, widen the collarbones and press the shoulders down away from the ears. Feel like you're having the shoulder blades tucked into pockets towards the lower back. Think of one day the front body becoming perpendicular to the floor, maybe. And then notice the engagement in the back legs. You're squeezing your thigh muscles so much that your kneecaps lift. I can slip a paper under your knees. You're tightening your sit bones towards the midline so much, getting that glute engagement. Look down, interlace the fingers, maybe bring the elbows a little bit tighter. Start lifting the shoulders up, protracting the shoulders just like we did before. Lift the sacrum a little bit, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up. Maybe your knees lift into your low plank. You're gonna feel really sore in the lower back at first, especially now when I say tug your hips forward as much as you can, doming the back of the shoulders. Hollow front body. Gaze between your forearms. Deepen your breath. You want that thigh engagement, lifting the back of your knees up towards the sky. We have 5 more breaths. Let's breathe together. Inhale through your nose and exhale. 2 and exhale. Keep lifting up, don't sink into the shoulders. And exhale. 2 more breaths at your own pace. Very good. The knees come down, sit bones all the way back. The arms are in front. Interlace the fingers and have them behind your shoulders into your child's pose. Take a deep breath in through your nose towards your lower back. Open your mouth and let some of that steam out. Maybe you add a little sway in your hips side to side. Release tension in the lower back. And when you're ready, I'll meet you back in front. Again, the forearms are down. Option to interlace the fingers or keep the hands flat down. If you're new to dolphin, definitely interlace the fingers to get the lats engaged. That's a bigger muscle that would help your shoulders out. Or if your shoulders are tight, interlace the fingers. So from here, press up, tuck your toes, start lifting your hips up. The hips are coming high, working on extending the legs. You can keep a bend in your knees, especially if your back is rounding. The head is peeking between your arms with the forehead reaching towards your toes, and have a lift here. So if the head is not resting down, you're lifting the head up, creating as much space between your head and the mat, between the shoulders and the ears as well, as you widen the shoulder blades out, externally rotating the shoulders. Maybe you walk the feet closer towards your forehead, getting really deep into your dolphin pose. If the back is rounding, remember you can have a bend in your knees. If there's any pinching or pain in the shoulders, come out and I'll meet you in child's pose. Widen the shoulder blades. That should help you get rid of the pinch and lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Deep breath in. And exhale, let it all go. The knees are down, top of the feet are down. Sweep the arms back, palms are facing the sky. Rest the forehead down, allow your shoulders to rest, to round, and to completely let go. Fill your lungs, flare your ribs, and try to make the exhale twice as long as your inhale. Slide the hands to the front of the mat and press up. You're in table again. From table, spread the fingers, tuck your toes, hover the knees, and lift your hips up into your downward facing dog. The heels are towards the mat, not necessarily touching. You're looking at the feet or your knees or your shins. And notice the toes are a little bit closer to each other than the heels, so you're kind of pigeon-toed here. Notice if the back is rounding, the hips are tight still. Allow a bend in your knees and tuck the shoulder blades towards the lower back, widening the shoulder blades. Maybe the legs are straight, your head is hanging, and then lift the forearms towards your fingers, still pressing with the fingertips, doming the middle of the fingers just like we did before. You have 3 more breaths in your downward facing dog. And 1 more full breath in. With your exhale, shift forward to plank. Knees come down and come all the way down to your belly with the elbows in, hugging your body. Feet are hip width distance apart. The hands are reaching back, going to a deeper back bend this time. Bend your knees. Lift the sternum up. Lift the shoulders up. Lift the hands reaching back. Maybe today you can catch your feet or not. If you catch your feet, great. If not, it doesn't matter. Pull the shoulders back and down. Lift the sternum a little bit higher. pushing the feet into the hands if you're catching them, pushing the shins to the back wall. Maybe the thighs lift or not. You're in bow pose. Gaze can stay to the front. You don't have to look up. The sacrum is pressing down. Breathe through your nose. Don't hold your breath. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay here for 5 more. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2. 1 more breath in. And exhale, let it go. Hands on top of each other. Forehead is resting on your hands and windshield wiper the legs side to side. Feet come down, feet are hip-width distance apart. Press the sacrum, engage your thighs, your kneecaps are lifting just like before. The hands are framing your chest. Spread the fingers. Try to stay light on your hands. The hands are outside of your mat and press up. Lifting the chest up so you can be here bending the elbows, and that's fine. Maybe the arms are straight. If you feel like your shoulders are hiking right away, open the arms wider out, the hands wider out. That works. If you want to get deeper and higher, bring the hands closer towards you and have that lift. So you're focusing on having the shoulders away from your ears, pressing the sacrum front and down. Kneecaps are down at this point. Top of the feet are down. Take a deep breath in and exhale, let it go. Let's do this one more time. If that was too much on your lower back, have the hands wider. If you want to get deeper, the hands a little bit closer. Shoulders back and press up. Shoulders away from your ears. You want to kind of lengthen, so you have the crown of the head reaching away from your sit bones, away from your hips. Take a full breath in and exhale, let it go. Hands are under the shoulders, press up, I'll meet you in table, and just sway your hips side to side. Get ready with your hands for downward dog. Spread the fingers, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up to your downward facing dog. Tuck your chin, the head is heavy, gaze back and start pedaling your feet. Did the shoulders, did the back. Let's move on to the hips and the hip flexors. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee and open the hips, start warming up or lengthening the hip flexors. Try to keep your weight equally balanced on both hands without sinking into the shoulders, especially the left shoulder, so you keep the lift here. Square your hips and bring your knee to your chest, step your foot between your hands. You might need to carry it from the ankle to bring it forward, that works too. And just lower your hips down. If you look at the right knee, it's right there over your heel. Fingertips are to the front of the mat, shoulder blades are back. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, release your knee down and the top of the foot down. So we're here for a while. If you want cushioning under the left knee, which I highly recommend, you can either half fold the mat, or if you have a cushion or a towel, a blanket next to you, put it under your knee. Anchor the left hand down with the fingers pointing out like 11 o'clock on the dial. And then you can flare the right knee out slightly. The right hand is not pushing the knee out, it's just there to kind of help you flare out. Try to stay light on the left hand, so keep pressing up. Start opening the right shoulder to the side. Maybe you sweep the arm behind you, wrapping it behind your back. If you still want to work on your quadricep, maybe you bend the left knee and catch your foot if that's accessible for you today. We kind of warmed up the quad, so maybe that would work today. Maybe you pull the foot closer towards you, getting deeper into the quadricep. So at this point, I'm on the outside edge of my right foot. You don't have to go that deep, take care of your ankle, but you can flare the knee out to give you more space in your hips. If your quad is really nice and long today, maybe you come down to the left forearm. If that feels okay, don't force it. And now come back to your long, gentle breaths. Remember, every exhale you're softening. All these muscles that you're gripping onto, you're holding onto, you're flexing, try to let go of them. Try to find softness in your hips. Release the foot and bring the hand back to the center. And press up. Hands are framing your foot. So if the foot is slightly out, heel toe it to the center. Tuck the back toes, hands to your heart, and inhale, rise up. Stay here with your exhale. Start leaning forward, lower your hips even more. Take care of the right knee, it's right there over the ankle. Don't slide it further than the ankle. Lean forward again and hook the left elbow on the outside of your thigh or your knee and lift the sternum towards your thumbs, getting into a deep twist. It's kind of deeper when your knee is down, so we're kind of focusing on the twist today. You're lifting the ribs off of your thigh, the sternum towards your thumbs, gaze from the side of the eye behind the right shoulder. If you want to work more on your hips than the twist, you can tuck the back knee and tuck the back toes and lift the knee up. If you want to get deeper in your twist, either way, knee is up or down, you can flare and open your wings. So don't force it, don't create tension in the shoulder, all that loosening and opening that we did. If the arms are opening, look down. Palms of the hands together and inhale, one more twist. And with your exhale, come back to the center. Hands are framing your foot. Start walking your way back. Extend the right leg. Toes are up towards the sky. Scissor hug the right hip crease back just to align your hips. Option to have the hands under the shoulders. This is a great place to be. You want the tailbone to be long with the sit bones reaching back, or if you want to get deeper, the hands are reaching towards the foot. You're sinking down with the ribs. So you're not trying to reach lower by shrugging the shoulders and bringing the forehead lower. You want the shoulders to stay back. Think of wrapping them still back. Tucking the shoulder blades into that pocket closer to the lower back. And now come back to your deep breaths. Maybe you sway the foot or windshield wiper the foot side to side. Notice if you're lifting the head, look down. There's no wrinkles in the back of your head. Maybe you walk the hands if you want to get even deeper on the outside of the straight leg, on the outside of the right leg, walking them further front, pulling the sit bones further back. No tension in the shoulders and the neck. Come back to the center. Option to stay right here with the hips high, or the sit bones come back to your heel, getting really deep into your hamstring. And at this point, bring the hands further back, whether you're high in the hips or lower, just to release any tension in the shoulders. If the right knee bothers you, or if you know that you have an injury there, allow a micro bend in your knee. You're still opening your glutes and your hamstring. A bend that you feel but you don't see. Very good. Slowly start walking your way to the front. Notice maybe you slid the foot back, heel toe the foot further front, lower your hips, your knees still over the ankle. Both hands are on the inside of your foot now, going to lizard pose. Heel toe the foot to the outside edge of your mat. Lower your hips if you have that cushioning under the back knee, that's great. The top of the back foot is down. Stay right here on your hands. If the wrists have had it, you can draw fists in your hands. Or you can come down to one forearm, or maybe both. Gaze between the arms, between the forearms, or maybe towards the hand. So what you're not doing is looking back, rounding your back. You want to keep the gaze forward. If you have to look back, that means you need to come up a little bit higher, either on blocks or on your hands. And here you're looking for complete softness in your hips, in your left hip flexors as well. Notice the muscles that you're flexing in your thighs and your glutes, around the lower back. Try to let go. Sometimes we carry a lot of emotions in our hips, and we but keep holding on to them. Try to soften as much as you can. When you're ready, press up on your hands. Very good. Heel toe the foot back to the center and tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Pivot the back heel down, the left heel down, start walking your way to the left. Rotate the right toes and the front foot inward. And now you're facing the side of your mat, bending the right knee. Many variations here. You can have the hands on your thigh or the hands stay down, lengthen through your spine. If you want to get deeper into Skandasana, maybe you lower your hips with the right forearm pressing into your thigh with the hand anchored down. Wherever you are, you want to try to open the shoulder, especially the left shoulder. Maybe left hand behind you or still down, just opening and lengthening as much as you can. The goal is one day to have the right heel fully down, so we're working towards that. Flex the left foot to get that nice deep inner thigh stretch if you're deep down into your Skandasana. Very slowly start lifting here and walk your way to the center. Anchor the hands under the chest, both feet are down. If you look at the feet, the toes are inward, the heels are out. Have the sit bones past the heels, reaching back, and walk the hands all the way to the front. You kind of look like you're in a really wide downward dog, but your weight is on your feet. Gaze back, allow your head to hang. Your head is not going to save you if you fall, so try to anchor your hands to help you balance if you need that. And notice if you're crunching your toes, release your toes, spread your toes. You're engaging your thigh muscles, lifting the kneecaps up, but you're trying to lengthen the tailbone and lift the sit bones back to the back wall where it meets the ceiling. Have a little lift here and walk your hands back under your chest. We're walking to the other side. So this time, rotate the left toes, the back toes outward a little bit. Bend the left knee. Hands are under the chest, Skandasana. Hands can be on your thigh, on the mat, lengthen through your spine. Or maybe you lower down, lifting the right toes, pressing the left arm to the inner thigh. But we're on the other side, so the one that's closer to the back of your mat. And open the right shoulder. Keep breathing through your nose, really getting into the hips. Working towards the left heel, one day being flat down to the mat. Try to lengthen again with the crown of the head reaching up. Good, and press up with the hands. Walk your way to the left this time. We're in low lunge facing the back of your mat. Try to follow the guidance of my voice if you can't see me. You're bending the left knee. Your knee is right there over your ankle, and release the right knee down. The top of the foot is down. Anchor the right hand down, pointing slightly out like 1 o'clock to the dial. And flare the left knee, so if you have the left hand on the knee, just flaring the knee out slightly. If you need the cushioning under the right knee, the back knee, either half fold the mat or find a towel or pillow, anything under your knee if you need it. Lower your hips, open the shoulder, maybe you slide the left arm behind your back. Try to stay light on the right hand as you lift up. If there's not a lot of tension on the right knee, maybe you bend the knee, catch the foot, pull the foot closer towards you, getting into the quadricep. Just like we did on the other side, try to focus on you, on your breath, on the release in your hips and the hip flexors, maybe the quad if you're catching the foot, don't force it. If you're in a space that you're higher and you feel a lot of tension on your knee, don't do it. Catching the foot, release and slowly come back to the center. If the foot was out, heel toe the foot back to the center, hands are framing your foot, and walk your way back. Extend the left leg. Toes are pointing out. Up. Shoulders are back. Lengthen the tailbone. Maybe you're tucking the back toes, or the top of the foot can be down. Wherever you are is great. Hands can be under the shoulders or towards your foot. Try to lengthen your spine as much as you can. Maybe you windshield wiper the foot side to side. Remember, you can always allow that micro bend, that little bend in the straight leg knee, if you need it. Keep working on pulling the sit bones back. No tension in the shoulders and the neck. If you want to get a little bit deeper, maybe you walk the hands outside of the straight leg, outside of the left leg, to the left. Very good, and come back to the center. Start leaning forward, the left foot is totally down. Tuck the back toes, maybe slide the right knee closer towards you, but the left knee is right there over the ankle. Lift up, the hands are to your heart and rise up. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, lean forward, hook the elbow to the outside of your thigh or your knee, and press the sternum towards your thumbs. Maybe you lower the hips a little bit more, gaze behind the left shoulder from the side of the eye. Option to lift the back knee if you want. Today I'm focusing on the twist, so I'm keeping my knee and just working on that twist. If you want to get deeper into your twist, maybe you open your wings, open left arm up, right arm down. If you fall back, just like I did, slowly come back into the posture, don't rush. Palms are together, look down, and release the hands on the inside of your foot. Very good. You might need to slide the left foot further front, lower your hips a little bit more, going to lizard pose. So remember, you never have to go to the deepest variation in the postures. Wherever you are is great. You can stay here on the hands, draw fists in your hands, and just keep the lift in the shoulders, or you can come down to one forearm, maybe just the right forearm, or both. This is too tight on your hips and you heel toe the right foot out on the other side, heel toe the left foot out if you want, to give you more space in your hips. And here you're looking for a release. Remember, you're gazing towards your hands. Lengthen all four sides of your neck. You're breathing towards your hips, towards your hip flexors, just looking to let go. Don't overdo it, because then you're creating tension that might give you some pain later. So you're not shaking in this one. You're not forcing this posture. You're in a space where you feel the stretch, taking it one step deeper, but not too much. Very good. Press with the hands to rise up. Heel toe the foot back to the center. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Walk your way to the right, coming to the center of your mat. So your feet are all whacked up. Bring your feet to be aligned. Try not to have one foot in front of the other. And then rotate the toes inward, the heels slightly out. Hands are under the chest, and just lengthen through your spine and stay here. Pull the shoulders back. If you feel the back is rounding, allow an equal bend in both knees. Keep the lift in the sit bones. Option to stay right here, or you can lower the head towards the mat. If your head is touching your mat, bring the feet a little bit closer. Maybe the hands can catch the ankles if you're nice and balanced, or wrap the two-piece fingers around the big toes with the elbows out and the crown of the head down. Breathe through your nose. Hands are under your chest, have a little lift here. And then heel toe the feet closer and closer and closer. There's about 2 or 3 feet between your feet. Toes are out, heels are in, and lower your hips down into your Malasana. Hands to your heart, rise up through the crown of your head. Try to lengthen as much as you can. Maybe you add a little sway side to side. Again, our goal here is to one day have the heels to the mat. Maybe not today, but that's what we're working towards. The length in your spine and the heels flat down. Very good. Release the hands and have the hands behind your back and sit all the way down to your sit bones. Extend your legs out. So here, try to have your heels on the mat, not on wood or tile. You want them on the mat. And again, if you look at the feet, you have the feet aligned here, not one foot in front of the other. Flex your feet with the toes towards your ears, hands are behind you. Press the hamstrings down, and if the knees are sensitive, allow a micro bend in your knees and take a deep breath in as you rise up. On your exhale, keep the hands behind you and just bring the chest a little bit lower. The neck is soft, keep the hands back to give you that length in the spine. The crown of the head is reaching forward. So you're up here, this is a great place to be. Maybe you lower down. Maybe the hands can come wider out. Option to have the forearms down if you're that deep. You decide where you're going. What you're not doing is reaching with the forehead, crunching the shoulders, or rounding your back. Try to keep the length. Your breath is what's allowing you to soften and to let go now. Breathing through your nose. And from here, engage your quadriceps. Lift your kneecaps up and squeeze your thigh muscles around your bones. That squeezing in your thighs will help release your hamstrings for some reason. Keep connecting with your nice long breaths. Calming the mind with your breath. And very slowly start lifting the gaze, lift the shoulders, and walk your way up. Very good. I'll be mirroring you in this part. So bring the left foot to the inside of your thigh. Hands are behind you to kind of anchor down. Left hand behind you and right hand is on your knee. Inhale, rise up, and exhale to twist. Try to keep the shoulders down and keep flexing the right foot. Your neck is in line with your spine and tuck the chin back. Not down, but back. Breathe through your nose. Every inhale, you're lengthening, creating space between the vertebrae of the spine, and every exhale, you get a little bit deeper into the twist. Keep catching your knee with the right hand and slowly let go and come back to the center. Lift the left arm up over your ear, reaching it up, and then bend to the side, opening the side body. Still catching your knee, pulling up. So even if you're up higher, that's fine. Just feel the stretch in the shoulder and the side body. I love this stretch, one of my favorites. Flex your foot. You can look under the left armpit. If that's creating tension on your neck, just look down in front of you. And this is really a posture where you're looking to create space on the inside. So every inhale, feel like you're expanding, creating space on the inside, bringing air on the full inside body. And every exhale, you soften shoulders, neck, facial muscles. Stay right where you are and release the hand. Bring the elbow, the right elbow on the inside of your knee, and anchor the hand down and then lengthen again. Look down and rotate the upper shoulder, the left shoulder towards your mat. Bring the left hand down to come out. Come back to the center and then walk your way up. Try not to come up right away. That's going to be crucial on your side body. And let's change sides. Extend the left leg, flex your foot. The right foot is on the inside of the thigh, hands behind you to wiggle. Anchor the sit bones down and rise up through the crown of your head. We'll start with a twist. Left hand is on your knee, right hand behind you, and rotate the twist. This is going to feel good on the left side after that side bend. Notice if you're shrugging the shoulders, make it a habit, even during the day, to release your shoulder blades down. Breathe through your nose. Tuck the chin back. And remember, every inhale, you're creating space on the inside of your body so we can become lighter on earth. And every exhale, soften and get deeper into the posture. Keep catching your knee with the left hand and lift the right arm up over your ear. Try to lengthen. So before you bend, lengthen with the right arm, reaching up as much as you can without hiking the shoulder. And then if you want to add that little bend, you can. Inhale, you're expanding the belly, expanding the chest. And exhale, think of letting go. If there's tension on the neck, look down. Have a little lift here and keep the right arm up and release the left elbow on the inside of the knee and the left hand down, and then maybe you bend a little bit deeper. If your hand is numb, maybe rotate the wrist a little bit. We're almost there. Create space between the side ribs. Are you flexing your left foot still? And take a deep breath in. With your exhale, rotate the right shoulder down. Come back to the center and then walk your way up. Very good. Shoulders are back. Bring the soles of the feet together. Have the heels away from the sit bone. So normally we bring the heels close. Have them further front and just slide the hands under your shins. Wrap the fingers around your feet. Try to lengthen through your spine and fold, pressing the outer hips down. There's some rounding in this posture, and allow that rounding, but have the sit bones reaching back. Relax the back of your neck. Breathe through your nose. Release the hands, anchor the hands down, start lifting the shoulders, press with the hands to rise all the way up. Very good. Come to the front and bend the right knee. You want the shin parallel to the side of the mat and have the left leg behind you. You have maybe a 90-degree angle between your legs, and then here decide how this right knee feels. Let me mirror you again. Left knee, so I'll say the opposite of what I'm doing. So the left knee is in front of you, the left shin is in front of you. Yes. And have the knee down, rise up through the crown of your head. See how the left knee feels or the front knee feels? Flex your foot to help your knee out. And if it's too hard on your knee, maybe your hips are tight today, bring the heel closer towards you just so you don't create tension in your knee, definitely. Flex your foot and rise up. This could be your posture. Stay right here, especially if you feel it a lot in the knees. That means your hips are very tight today. Or maybe you walk your way to the front. Just until you feel that outer hip. Once you feel it in the knee, come up higher, or maybe you come down lower if your knee is okay. Notice the back hip, the right hip lifted, and that's okay. Remember, if the left knee, the front knee hurts you, bring the knee closer, the heel closer towards you. Option to walk the hands to the front if you feel okay here. Very slowly start walking your way up. Very good. Bring the heel closer towards you, the front heel, the left heel, and then sweep the right leg, the one behind you, all the way around your leg, around your thigh. The foot is kind of anchored down. Have the hands next to you to kind of align your hips, align your shoulders. Again, if this is too hard on your knees, straighten the left leg, the one on the bottom. And then have the right hand behind you. You're going towards the high knee and hug your right knee. Or maybe you hook the elbow to the outside of your knee, getting again into a twist. Deepen your breath. Breathe through your nose. And very slowly come back to the center. Very good. So from here, going to cow's face. I'll give you 3 variations. One of them from here, which is a deeper variation, you tighten the knees towards each other, the feet are out, and just sit up. If the hips are really tight, you're going to feel it in the knees. You want to extend the left leg, the bottom leg. And tighten the foot on top of the knee, the upper knee on top of the lower one, and slide the left leg, the one at the bottom, outside to the right. Hands are behind you and you rise up, maybe you fold. If this is still too tight, you can lay on your back and just cross your legs and catch your ankles and try to rest the back of your head. So wherever you are is great, trying to kind of widen the hips, lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders, your facial muscles. And we'll breathe together. I'll count you through the breath. Soften the gaze and inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slower exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Go for 2 more deep breaths, and notice if you're leaning forward, try to lean back. Relax your neck, soften the skin behind your ears. When you're ready, with the help of your hands, slowly release. Extend the legs in front of you, shake your legs, maybe rub your knees, your thighs, your calves, point and flex, get that release in your legs. So if you felt this a lot in your knees, I really suggest or recommend that you bring a cushion to sit on or roll a towel to sit on. If you have a yoga block, that's even better. That gives you more space. And now swivel your legs to the side. This time you have the right knee in front of you, the opposite, and the left knee behind you. Maybe you bring the shin parallel to the side of your mat, flexing your foot, or if that's too tight on your knee, bring the heel closer towards you. The left leg is back. Inhale, rise up. This could be your pose, just sitting here, working on opening the hips and the inner thigh, trying to soften the muscles. Notice right away, even that quadricep is flexing on the back side. Try to let go and soften as much as you can. Your work is just to lengthen up. This could be your pose for the day, or maybe you fold to the front just a little bit. Flexing the right foot, the front foot will help your knee out. Maybe you come down to the forearms. Keep your nice deep breaths, and notice here if there's a difference between the right side and the left side. Maybe you slide the back knee further back. This side is more open for me, so I can do that. And notice if you're leaning too much to the right, try to align and come back to the center. Your shoulders are aligned. If you want to get deeper, maybe the hands can reach to the front. Lengthen the sides of your neck. Your neck is soft. Very slowly start walking your way up. Very good. Bring the right heel closer towards you. Sweep the left leg all the way around with the foot outside of your thigh. Remember, you can straighten the bottom leg, the right leg. Hands behind you, align your hips, align the shoulders, and rise up. Notice if you're leaning to one side, you want to try to align here. Left hand behind you, inhale, reach up with the right arm. With your exhale, either hug your knee or hook your elbow to the outside of your knee and rotate. Draw the ribs back. Tuck your chin back. Your next inhale, rise up. And your exhale, come back to the center. Very good. Tighten the knees on top of each other. Maybe you lift the sit bones to do it. Option to extend the leg, the right leg, and tighten the knee on top, sliding the foot out to the left, flexing your foot. Or do it from supine on your back. Wherever you are is great. Hands rest on your knee, or if you're on your back, they can rest on your, while you're catching your feet so they're not resting. Inhale, rise, and exhale, soften the shoulders. And come back to your breath. Breathing deeply. We'll take 5 deep breaths. Stay right here, calm your mind, lengthen through your spine. If you're starting to round, and if you're leaning front, try to lengthen, lean back a little bit. One more full breath in. And a long exhale. With the help of your hands, slowly let go of your legs. Either shake your knees, rub your thighs, your ankles, your shins. When you're ready, swivel your legs, come to the center of your mat, and come all the way down to your back. Hug your knees to your chest. Have a little sway side to side. Breathe through your nose. Release the left foot down, lift the right leg up, and release the fingers behind the calf or the thigh. Keep the left foot down today, and relax the back of your neck, the back of the shoulders. Maybe you point and flex the foot a few times. Maybe you rotate the ankle. Release the leg and cross the right leg over the left, lift the legs up. Lift the head and catch the ankles or the top of the feet. If you did supine Gomukhasana, cow's face, this is what you were doing, resting the back of your neck, the back of the shoulders, and the feet are out. Maybe you add a little sway side to side. right here. And then release your hands. Option to separate the legs or keep the legs crossed and release the knees all the way to your left. See how that feels. If it's too tight, you can lift the right leg, uncross your legs. Maybe you cactus the arms. You want the back of the shoulders to stay down. Keep the gaze centered and the shoulders soft. And try to soften the muscles in your hips and your thighs as much as you can. Remember, if this is too deep, too tight, and your legs are hovering or the shoulders are hovering, uncross your legs. Cross your legs so you can come back up to the center. Realign your hips with the shoulders and windshield wiper the legs side to side. So the feet are hip width distance apart and just windshield wiper the legs side to side. Right foot is down, lift the left leg up, interlace the fingers behind the thigh or the calf, pull the leg towards you. Option to play with the ankle a few times. Then cross the left leg over the right, lift the legs up, lift the shoulders, lift the head so you can catch your feet or your ankles and then rest the head down, pulling the feet out and closer towards you. Maybe you have a little sway side to side. Hopefully after all the hip openers, this is accessible for you today. Stay right here and just release your hands and then rotate the legs to drop all the way to the right side. Option to cactus the arms, keep the gaze centered. Come back to your breath. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. Uncross your legs and slowly come back to the center. Realign your hips and your shoulders, and our final posture today is happy baby with the hands to the outside or inside edges of the feet. Have the tailbone flat down to the mat. Keep the back of your head and the shoulders down. So if the back is rounding a little bit and your sit bones are lifting or the tailbone is lifting, that's fine. That's something to work towards. Could be today or maybe later one day. I'd like to wrap my peace fingers around my big toes and work on extending and bending the knees or half extending or fully extending, maybe this way or not. So make it your own. Whatever your body's calling for right here. And then bend your knees. You can have the knees together and the feet out if the back is sensitive, or you can extend the legs with the feet releasing to the sides, arms next to you, the palms face the sky, fingers are curled. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Keep your breath long and gentle. Relax your whole body. Feel your body heavy onto the mat. Relax your mind and give yourself a few minutes to kind of let go peace, with no thoughts, no worries. Right now, right here, you have nothing to worry about, nothing to do, just to simply be. Keep your mind anchored with your breath, following your breath through your nostrils, watching the belly rise and gently release. Stay here for a few minutes, allow all these openings to settle, the energy in your body to settle. I will let you go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.